Attraction is rarely lost because of physical appearance alone. More often, it fades due to small, unconscious styling choices that send the wrong signals. Many women focus on looking impressive, fashionable, or bold without realizing that certain habits quietly reduce attraction rather than enhance it. This isn't about changing personality or chasing approval. It's about understanding how visual signals work and how simplicity, confidence, and alignment can dramatically shift how attraction is felt and received. Attraction is rarely diminished because of beauty itself, but because of small styling choices that quietly change how presence is perceived. Many women assume attraction is tied to facial features, body type, or age, when in reality, it is often influenced by signals sent through clothing, grooming, and overall presentation. These signals work on a subconscious level. They communicate confidence, ease, self-awareness, or the lack of it, long before a conversation ever begins. A person can be objectively beautiful and still feel less attractive if those signals are misaligned. Subtle choices like fabric quality, color harmony, and proportion play a larger role than most realize. Clothing that overwhelms the frame, clashes in tone, or feels overly constructed can shift attention away from natural beauty. Instead of enhancing presence, it creates visual noise. Attraction responds to clarity. When the eye doesn't know where to rest, interest weakens, even if the individual wearing the outfit is physically attractive. Another overlooked factor is intention. Styling that appears forced or overly strategic often reads as insecurity rather than confidence. When appearance feels like an attempt to prove something, it creates emotional distance. On the other hand, styling that feels relaxed and intentional suggests self-trust. That sense of comfort is attractive because it signals emotional stability and inner assurance. Beauty becomes most magnetic when it feels effortless. This doesn't mean careless or plain, but rather balanced. Clean lines, thoughtful restraint, and cohesion allow natural features to stand out. When styling supports the person instead of competing with them, attraction increases organically. The mistake isn't lacking beauty, it's masking it under unnecessary complexity, distraction, or excess that shifts focus away from what already works. Many women unknowingly reduce attraction by prioritizing trends over authenticity, believing that staying fashionable automatically increases appeal. Trends change rapidly, and when style choices are driven solely by what is popular rather than what genuinely suits personality, body language, and energy, the result can feel disconnected. Clothing becomes a costume rather than an extension of self. Even when the outfit is technically stylish, it may lack harmony with the person wearing it, and that mismatch is subtly felt by others. Authenticity in styling communicates self-awareness. When choices align with natural movement, comfort level, and personal taste, confidence appears effortless. Trend-driven outfits often demand constant adjustment, awareness, and control. This creates tension in posture and behavior, which can be sensed on a subconscious level. Attraction is drawn to ease, not performance. When someone looks like they are maintaining an image instead of inhabiting it, curiosity fades. Another issue with trend-focused styling is comparison. Dressing to keep up with others shifts attention outward instead of inward. This can lead to outfits that feel impressive on social media, but disconnected in real life. Attraction thrives in real-world presence, not visual competition. Clothing that looks good on a screen doesn't always translate into warmth, approachability, or intrigue in person. Authentic style doesn't mean ignoring fashion altogether. It means selecting elements that complement natural features rather than overpower them. When trends are filtered through personal identity instead of copied directly, they enhance rather than replace individuality. Men tend to respond more strongly to a sense of knowing who someone is than to how current an outfit appears. True attraction grows when style feels like a reflection rather than a disguise. The moment clothing supports self-expression instead of masking it, presence becomes stronger, energy becomes calmer, and interest deepens without effort or exaggeration. Overcomplication in appearance often comes from the belief that more effort equals more attraction, when in reality the opposite is usually true. Many women layer bold makeup, dramatic hairstyles, heavy accessories, and complex outfits thinking it will elevate their appeal. Instead, this level of intensity can quietly signal insecurity. When every detail feels controlled and intentional, it suggests a fear of being seen without enhancement rather than confidence in natural presence. Attraction responds to emotional signals before visual ones. Overly complicated styling can create a sense of distance, as if there is a barrier between the person and the observer. When appearance feels rigid or overly constructed, it limits approachability. Men are generally drawn to openness and ease, not perfection that feels untouchable. When styling communicates tension, the emotional response often mirrors that tension. There is also a psychological effect of excess. Too many focal points compete for attention, leaving no clear impression. The eye moves constantly without settling, which reduces memorability. Simpler styling allows one or two features to stand out naturally, creating a stronger and more lasting impression. Attraction isn't about overwhelming the senses, it's about engaging them. Another hidden issue is maintenance behavior. Overcomplicated looks require constant checking, adjusting, and self-monitoring. This pulls attention inward and away from genuine connection. When someone is mentally occupied with preserving an image, presence weakens. Confidence, on the other hand, appears when appearance doesn't demand constant awareness. True confidence is communicated through restraint. Choosing what not to add is often more powerful than adding more. When styling feels intentional but relaxed, it signals comfort in one's own skin. That comfort is deeply attractive because it suggests emotional security, self-trust, and ease, all of which quietly increase attraction without the need for excess or display. Men are generally drawn to clarity, balance, and a natural presentation because these qualities communicate emotional stability and self-awareness without needing explanation. Clarity in styling means the overall look makes sense at a glance. Colors work together, pieces feel intentional, and nothing looks out of place. When appearance is clear, the mind relaxes. There is no confusion about what is being expressed, and that ease translates directly into attraction. Balance plays an equally important role. When styling is balanced, nothing feels exaggerated or lacking. Makeup enhances features rather than masking them. Clothing highlights shape without forcing attention. Accessories support the outfit instead of competing with it. This balance signals discernment. It shows an ability to choose thoughtfully rather than impulsively, which is often associated with maturity and confidence. Natural presentation is not about avoiding effort, but about avoiding distortion. When appearance feels natural, it suggests comfort with identity. Men often respond positively to this because it creates a sense of honesty. There is less uncertainty about what is real and what is constructed. Natural styling feels approachable, warm, and grounded, which encourages connection rather than intimidation. When clarity and balance are missing, attraction can quietly drop. Confusing style choices, extreme contrasts, or overly artificial elements create mixed signals. The brain works harder to process the image, and that effort can reduce emotional engagement. Attraction prefers simplicity because it allows attention to shift from appearance to presence. Natural presentation also supports authenticity in interaction. When someone looks like themselves rather than a version they are trying to project, body language softens. Movements become relaxed. Expressions feel genuine. These subtle cues are often more attractive than any specific outfit or trend because they create a sense of ease that invites curiosity and interest without pressure or performance. Small styling shifts often have a greater impact on attraction than dramatic changes because they work with existing features rather than against them. Many women believe attraction requires a complete transformation, but in reality, subtle adjustments refine what is already present. These shifts might include simplifying color choices, choosing fabrics that move naturally with the body, or refining fit so clothing complements shape without exaggeration. When these elements align, the overall effect feels effortless, and effortlessness is closely tied to attraction. One powerful shift is restraint. Removing one unnecessary accessory, softening makeup intensity, or choosing a cleaner silhouette can instantly elevate presence. These small changes reduce visual noise and allow natural features to come forward. Attraction increases when there is space for the eye to rest and for personality to be felt rather than competed with by styling choices. Another important adjustment is comfort. Clothing that allows natural movement changes posture and body language. When the body feels unrestricted, confidence appears more genuine. This shift is often subconscious but highly noticeable. Relaxed shoulders, steady movement, and ease in gestures communicate self-assurance more clearly than any trend or label. Consistency also matters. When styling choices feel coherent from head to toe, they create a sense of wholeness. This coherence suggests self-awareness and intentionality. Attraction responds to this because it signals emotional balance. There is less distraction and more focus on connection. The most effective shifts are often internal. Choosing style to support confidence rather than to seek approval changes how appearance is carried. When styling aligns with identity, it amplifies presence rather than replacing it. Attraction rises not because of more effort, but because fewer barriers stand between natural energy and how it is perceived